All right, it's your boy Jay Wright, editor-in-chief of Be Entertained magazine, sitting here with a personal friend of mine. So it's good to sit here and get some CEO lunch type, drink type in. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Suga Dolls, what's happening?
Not much. How are you?
I'm very good. Go ahead and tell the readers or the listeners who you are and what you do.
Well, I am the CEO of Suga Doll Agency. We are a talent agency based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We do have talent in LA, Atlanta, North Carolina, Philly, DC, and pretty much we're just expanding. We're growing.
Definitely, definitely. I had the opportunity to meet you at another shoot we did, and now we come to cross paths for our fashion issue.
Yes.
Tell me what's been up since, what was it, July of last year? I know a lot has changed with your agency. You've launched some things. You guys are transitioning. So speak to me on that.
Well, right now we're just we're trying to get more into the print commercial field, more so into TV and film, just getting outside of the box, not doing what everybody else is doing or what you would consider to be the norm. And especially, with expanding to LA, that's going to open up a bunch of doors.
Right.
So there's a little bit of everything out there: commercial, TV, film, print, glamour, whatever you can think of, they have it.
Right.
That's
right.
where I'm trying to be.
So before we go on to the whole LA, from ATL to LA movement, kind of tell me how you got started with working with an agency that represents models and makeup and just beautifying yourself.
Okay. Well, before I actually got to Atlanta, I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was working in commercial real estate for Wachovia Commercial. And when they merged with Wells Fargo, pretty much, the city went into shock. So I was laid off, moved here, got into another job in mortgage, but I just wasn't happy. So, you go to church there. Everybody always tells you take your passion and make it work for you. So me being a dancer, my mom was a model, not me. But I was the talent part as far as the dancing. And then being a mentor, that's my passion, so I just kind of put the two together.
Right.
And that's what works for me. I did my research, and as far as Atlanta is concerned, there was more of a calling for models right now. So I had to start out with models first. And then you add on your additional talents as far as the professional dancers, the girls that want to get into acting, things like that. But you have to start off small and then grow. You got to crawl before you walk.
You ever think you're going to merge into getting into males and representing males of any sort?
Well, not under Suga Doll, because that might just sound a little fruity. But we do have, we have our brother agency, Sculptures Agency, which is where all the males go. If any males come to us, I say, well, Suga Dolls.
You don't want to be a Suga Doll.
You want to be under Sculptures.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, again, kind of talk to, say a girl walked up right now and you saw something in her, what would be something that you would tell her to kind of move her into being represented by you guys?
Well, it's a complete package. It's, to me, I feel like everybody on the team right now brings something equally important. Love Kobe, but I don't have any Kobes on my team. Everybody's equally important. If the Lakers didn't have Kobe, then nobody would care about the Lakers. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want anyone on my team to ever feel like that. They're all equally important. And it's more about, presentation, their person, attitude, all of that comes together. It's not just about a pretty face.
Right.
If you have a jacked up attitude, I don't care if you look like Beyonce or Halle Berry. But, if you have, you might have, people might say, oh, well, she's not the prettiest, but she has a unique look about her, but her personality and everything else is great, then that's what I'm looking for.
Right.
I'm not looking for diva.
And I'm sure a lot of girls, will consider it pretty hard to be discovered by somebody that does what you do. So kind of break down the business of how it goes and what else you look for, and also pricing, and how does the business side of it go?
Well, with me, I'm very random. My first two girls came right off of Facebook. I've recruited girls out of the mall, just anywhere in passing if I see them. I've recruited some girls from casting calls, but more so just in passing. As far as pricing, I'll tell all of them, invest into your portfolio. The stronger your portfolio is, the more work you can get, the more marketable you are, the more diverse you are. You know, if you don't have a portfolio, then how can someone brand you and put you out there? And then I've heard girls say that they've had to pay money to different agencies. Pay money to build your portfolio. If an agency wants you, they'll invest in you, but the only thing you should be kicking out money for is your portfolio. Right. If anything, it should be your own portfolio. You don't have to go to another agency to give them money when you can go and pay a photographer and then bring a good portfolio to someone.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so like I said, you're making that big transition from ATL to LA.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, because that's a pretty huge move, even though the scene is big here.
It is.
It's huge.
It is.
There.
And, you know, SDA, ATL is not going anywhere. It's still going to be here. You know, it's just that LA is a larger market, and we want to be able to do business between the two. You know, pretty much me, I'm more so focusing on LA, ATL, and New York areas. So in between everything in there, regardless of where the girls are, as long as it's a flight going there, then we'll look for work there. You know, we'll try to get the work there. So not leaving Atlanta. I love Atlanta, honestly.
Right. Definitely. So where would you see yourself in Suga Doll Agency, let's say 5 to 10 years from now? What do you ultimately want to be doing?
I honestly want the business to almost be running itself. I like to recruit some of my girls from within, maybe for management positions, and then internationally. You know, I'm a military brat. I grew up in Germany. So, you know, the scene over there for women of different ethnic backgrounds is ridiculous. They love them.
Right.
Like, so it's, to me, the more diverse you are, the more open you are and outside of the box, the better the blessing.
Absolutely. So now for people that are interested and want to learn more outside of Be Entertained magazine, give us your websites, your Twitters, Facebooks,
Oh, everything. We have everything. SugaDollAgency.com, all lowercase. The Twitter is at Suga Doll Agency. My Twitter is CEO of SDA. And on the Facebook, if you just search Suga Doll Agency, it should pop up. Because that link is extremely long.
All right. Before I let you go, I don't want to take up too much of your time, knowing that I was late for this interview.
But it's Atlanta traffic.
Yes.
It was storming.
Yes. But I was 30 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? So
I wasn't going to tell anybody.
I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to keep it all the way 100 because I hate being late. Like, I am one that loves to be time-oriented.
I got
so
you.
Today was a problem for me. So I'm drinking away my problems as I finish talking to you.
What is that, a blackberry?
Blackberry margarita. Anybody that know me know Patron, tequila, everything.
I'm drinking H2O on the rocks.
And it looks nice. That's a pretty drink.
It's nice and clear.
But okay, so let's have a little bit of fun before I let you go.
Sure.
I'm gonna just mention a couple things and just tell me like what's the first thing that come to your mind.
Okay.
All right. America's Next Top Model.
Jessica White.
Why Jessica White?
She's gorgeous.
Right.
I think she's very relatable. It's just the fact that for brown skin, dark skin girls, you know, I'm a light skinned girl, but I have dark skinned friends, and I hear them, you know, make comments. They're joking, but it seems like not always. You know, it's always a problem when it comes to for dark skinned women. You know that it seems to always be like a struggle. Well, you don't see them in the videos. You know, you hear other women talking about it. So I love Jessica White.
Right.
And just seeing her on the TL show, you know, she put her foot down. And actually one of my models got a chance to meet her.
Wow.
And it is one of my dark-skinned models. And it gave her more inspiration. You know, she's like, girl, you're gorgeous, you know.
Absolutely.
You go out there and you do what you have to do. If somebody doesn't like you or accept you in one area, then you go somewhere else where you are accepted. But you don't stop.
Yep.
So, please. Jessica White is the bomb.
Yeah. All right. High fashion.
Besides Tyra Banks, I mean, how can you not think about Tyra? Like, Tyra makes me want to model, and I'm not the model. I'm the dancer.
Right.
You know, but all the girls, when we ask them this question, you know, who do you look up to, or what made you interested in modeling, and they want to do high fashion, their answer is Tyra. So Tyra's like jammed into my head.
Right.
Like, high fashion Tyra.
That ain't a bad answer, I'm sure.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, I've had a pleasure of meeting Bree and Bianca, which were on America's Next Top Model. I see where they're going with